Hey, folks, it's Jaime Oikle from runningrestaurants.com, along with Roger Beaudoin from restaurantrockstars.com. Roger, let's talk about what we have going on here in October. Tell them about the show.
Well, it's a really exciting virtual show that literally you can tune into at your convenience. We've done a series of these now, James, to help people through the pandemic. This will be our most powerful one yet, and it's called Cracking the Restaurant Labor Crunch. We've assembled an all-star team of professionals, restaurateurs, tech people, marketers, finance people, people that have either run restaurants or are running them now. And they're going to give us all sorts of immediately actionable ideas to help you solve your own labor issues in your restaurant. So it's going to be a really powerful show.
Yeah, we're going to go out to a little screen share in a minute and show a few things of where we are, where we're going. We'll show that graphic that has a few of the speakers from our lineup, but we really have put together a great list of operators as well as, like you said, the experts inside the business. They're going to talk about this. And this will come to nobody's surprise whatsoever that this is the most pressing issue in restaurants today. You are seeing it everywhere. Absolutely 100%. And Roger has been both on the operator side, on the coach side, on the consultant side, seen it. So some of the things we're going to talk about, go ahead and hit him with that. What are the big bullets you're seeing right now that we need to address?
Yeah, I mean, right now, if you've got good people, you need to keep those good people not only employed in your operation, but keep them happy. So we're going to talk all about ideas on how to keep your good people happy. Fixing what's broken is really important. I know from my own experience, from time to time, equipment breaks down and we tend to sort of not spend the money on maintenance or whatever. Maybe the kitchen is really hot and you can install fans or rubber mats because these people are on their feet all day. But go to your good people and ask them, is there anything that I could do to help make your job easier, happier, and make you more productive? And you'd be surprised at what they tell you, and just fix what's broken. You got to do that. We're going to talk about recruiting versus hiring and how you can find good people, even though everybody's looking for good people. We're going to talk about incentives and bonuses that are absolutely necessary. They're essential right now, but most importantly, how to pay for it. And we've got all sorts of ideas on how you can pay for, keeping your good people happy and recruiting new people as well. Those are just some of the highlights.
Yeah, those are some of the big highlights in the buckets, and we could all talk about how we got here and why we're here. Where this is October, 2021. This is going to come out, and obviously COVID is a year and a half in the making in terms of its impact on restaurants, and the structural pieces that have changed in that time period are dramatic, right? People are realizing, and Roger can highlight this a little bit more, that working in the industry is no longer can no longer be an underpaid profession. People want to be paid correctly so. And you're seeing that in the effect the unemployment checks have had. You're seeing that in the fact that COVID obviously has safety concerns. So people don't want to work in an environment that they don't feel safe in, and so forth. And so when you think about the structural elements that exist in the marketplace today and how they've changed, what are those kind of big overarching bullets, you think?
Yeah, I think you mentioned it. I mean, traditionally, restaurants have been an underpaid industry, and a lot based on minimum wage, of course, and minimum wage varies across the country. But, restaurants are slim, low margin businesses. And as a result of that, we've somehow gotten away for decades of paying people, less than other industries are paying. And the pandemic has brought that to light. And so many other industries that are higher cash flow and higher margin businesses have traditionally paid higher wages. And we've had a huge exodus from the restaurant business to these other industries. Even chefs have left the industry to take other jobs elsewhere. That's one of the challenges. Of course, the federal unemployment has been a huge challenge. The additional money, where people were making more money staying home than they were working in the restaurants, that had contributed to it as well. That's a huge problem. So it needs to be addressed, and there's so many ways that we can make our businesses more profitable, more productive, more efficient in order to pay for these opportunities to bring great people in and keep our good people happy. On top of government programs that are still out there that restaurants need to take advantage of.
Correct. Yeah, the shift to jobs elsewhere was definitely a big trend, and people realized they can work from home, or they can change industries and make more money, the same money, and have different lifestyles as well. So before we jump out to a screen share, we want to thank our diamond sponsor for the event, for the website that we're going to be putting together, Performance Food Service. Been very supportive of everything that we're doing, and what we're building, Roger and I, with all the experts, with the help of the performance folks, is going to be a website that will exist for you about this topic that you can come to whenever you need to dive dial-in tips. We're going to have 25 plus experts. There'll be interviews, there'll be resources, and so forth. So we want to thank those folks for helping us put this together. So let me jump out to this, and we'll just spend a couple more minutes here, not too much more. Then that's if we can get this to work. Tech. All right, Raj. So
I see it, James.
All right. So
bring it.
Really super quick, right? I mean, this is something that every single person is seeing. This is just me snapping a little part of a Facebook feed, and we need cooks, right? I mean, this is seeing this everywhere. Now hiring. This is my buddy that I went to high school with, Craig, who runs a place called Fibber McGee's up in Massachusetts, and he's going to be part of the show as well. Looking forward to hearing what he's doing to challenge him, but I know he's been having the challenge just like everyone else. Roger can talk about his experiences directly as well. It's not just affecting small mom and pops, Capital Grill, right? Big guys, it doesn't get much bigger than these guys. Hiring all positions affects everyone's Chick-fil-A, right? These guys, you would think they have everything solved, right? I know they figured out how to do drive-through, but finding staff is a challenge for absolutely everyone. What else? So if you jump on Facebook or elsewhere on the web, right, there's all these groups, and we don't need to read what's on here because probably it's too small on your screen, but it might not surprise you. It's a complaint like, I can't find people. How do you find people? What do you do with people? What do I do? Do I short staff? Do I close? People are asking these questions day in and day out. If you jump on these member groups, it is an education on what is happening out there. Raj, you said you echoed the same thing, right? You see comments like this all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I belong to so many restaurant owner and manager groups, and it is just despair, really. And it's like right now, we're almost through the pandemic. And if you've made it so far, and if your restaurant has survived, because, over 100,000 restaurants have permanently closed, dig deep. You got to keep digging deep, be resourceful, be creative. Tune into shows like ours, figure out what you can do to make an immediate change that's going to solve this problem. And yeah, it's so unfortunate that now that demand is back bigger than ever and restaurants are busy, they can't open every single day that they have business simply because of the staffing shortage. So they're losing money during the business boom that is now happening to restaurants. So it's really a perfect storm. And our goal is to help operators reignite that passion, dig a little deeper, find some solutions, and offer that help right now that they can use. And we're not charging for this. It's just giving back to the industry that's been really good to us. And we definitely want to help people. We don't want to see any more restaurants close.
Yeah, you hit a point that is probably the most frustrating aspect for a restaurant is knowing the business is sitting there and you cannot serve them, right? And as a customer, I've been out to places where you walk in and the place is not that busy, but they won't seat you. Why? Because they don't have the staff to serve you. And you're like, I just want to eat. I just want to give you my money. And I know they're so frustrated that they don't have the cooks in the back and everything's taking longer and customers are getting frustrated. And I also see posts about, the ranting and the raving back and forth. So it is a challenge. And as we scroll down this page, and again, this was just something I clipped somewhere. I can't verify that any of this information is true, but it's talking about the structural changes that are happening in the business. These folks, the Dick's Burger folks, are obviously chose to up their minimum wage as high as $19 in this case. It sounds like they're giving free healthcare, they're giving paid vacation, they're matching 401ks, they're giving tuition and childcare. Those are big things that I can assure you will help attract staff that will stay with you because those are very powerful benefits. And meanwhile, their burger costs $1.80. So it's not like it's forcing the curse of the cost of burgers to go up to $20, as this says here. Same thing here in Orlando. These guys are going to join our show as well. I want to talk to them about what they're doing to find success in their multiple restaurants that are here. They've upped their wage to $15 an hour, and they're also doing 401ks and other benefits. So people are making those structural changes to their business, and we're going to talk about that as a big part of the show because the immediate reaction by most restaurateurs, Roger, would be like, we can't do that. We don't make money as it is, but things have to change. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, really, it's all about systems because so many restaurants before the pandemic just sort of, ran their place by the seat of their pants. Maybe they had busy restaurants. They were happy with the way things were. And then suddenly everything went upside down and everything shifted. And now it's more important than ever to maximize profits on everything you sell, as well as communicating to your guest what's going on. Be transparent. People are frustrated. You mentioned it a moment ago, James, and it's happening in the air as well. Every day we see on the news all these disgruntled people getting in fights on airplanes, and it's happening in restaurants. People are frustrated with the service levels because of the labor shortage, and the behavior is just bad. So communication and reaching people and being authentic and genuine, telling them that, yes, there are some challenges and we so appreciate your business and thanks for being with us today. We are doing our absolute best to serve you, and meet the expectations that you've come to enjoy at this restaurant. We've done it in our restaurant forever. And communication goes such a long way. Don't ignore the problem, acknowledge it, and listen to every guest.
Yeah, we're gonna have so many good tips to share, and Roger's great with his service advice. Anyway, here is just a quick sampling of some of the people that are going to be joining us, and we are lining up even more folks than this, and it may change a little bit, but this is just a small sample, and we have operators on here, we have industry people, we have tech people, we have authors, consultants. It's going to be a great mix, and it's going to be, the idea, Roger, is this is short form. We're going to get these guys for 10, 15 minutes each. We're going to ask them for their best stuff that addresses this topic. We're not going to talk about everything under the sun. Nope. We're going to be lasered in and focused on this particular topic, labor crunch. How are you getting people? How are you staffing? What does your solution do to help people with this? And so I'm excited to have these people involved, as well as a number of other people that are going to be involved. And so what do you think about this lineup?
Again, it's an all-star cast. We've dug deep into our sort of database of all the people we worked with and all the people that really specialize in either human resources or recruiting or running restaurants really, really effectively, or tech solutions, CEOs of tech companies that have platforms that require less labor and make operations more efficient. I mean, we've really pulled from a cross section of the industry, and every one of these people is going to deliver their best 10 or 15 minutes. So it'll be really easy to just go to this multiple times, listen to one, come back to it, listen to another, and again, we believe it'll be immediately actionable to help you solve the problem.
Yeah, 100%. So let me jump out of screen share and try to hit this other button. Look, there we are. So we'll wrap up. This is just our introduction to the show. We're excited about doing this. We're putting this together as we speak to launch later this month here in October, and we'll be sharing that in our various channels as it happens. Parting thoughts, Roger. What do you think?
You can't miss this show. I mean, you'll have an opportunity. Again, this will be evergreen and you can go back to it again and again. But right now, nothing is more important than solving this problem in your restaurant and making sure that you not only survive the pandemic, but come out the other side in a much stronger place than you were before. And that's our mission. That's really our goal, to share the passion, to help you rediscover, reignite the fire, help you dig deep and give you actionable solutions. That's what we're all about.
Well said, Roger. All right, for Roger Beaudoin from Restaurant Rockstars, I'm Jaime Oikle from runningrestaurants.com. Looking forward to seeing you on Cracking the Restaurant Labor Crunch. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.